Yeah.
I gotta see. I mean, look, if okay, all right, let's move on.
I've been playing this game for
some of
over
these
an hour. I gotta make this a
disagreements.
short video.
I guess like the transition into that is
I like this
honestly,
game
the
though. This is
question of
fun.
the relationship with Israel Palestine is serving as a litmus test in democratic primaries. From my perspective, it's been very important because it
Yeah,
serves as a proxy for kind of a host of other issues and concerns that the
definitely a
Democratic
litmus
base
test.
has
That's
with the
absolutely
Democratic
right.
Party at this point. But I'm curious your perspective on how important that has become and the reason why you think it has become an important issue. It's becoming more important. It's not the most important issue. The most important issue, it's not even close to the most important issue in these primaries. The most important issue that is driving the anti-establishment feelings in the primaries is two things.
Oh yeah, look at this go. Look at us go.
That we have not effectively fought Trump. Okay, when you look at what really drives these people, yes, Israel's part of it, but it's also going after you were part of the establishment. How come you didn't?
Beautiful.
Now I
All
have
right, what do I do now?
and that is that a lot of the policies of the DSA and the left,
I want the size.
the idea that you can't
Um,
possibly spend enough government money. Identity
no, we need the length,
politics,
obviously.
those things are what gave Trump
Okay,
his power.
let's do this.
And part of the reason those of us in the establishment struggle to
Wow, I still don't quite have enough to finish this off. I don't think.
Like
I don't know. I might have enough to get the level to the next level. Actually, I guess we'll see.
So the notion that there is just the establishment that led to Trump losing, I think, is misplaced. Can we pause there for 1 second? Go ahead, get to your critique. And I certainly, but I also think that the establishment Democratic Party, I mean, the whole Joe Biden thing, nominating, even thinking about nominating Joe Biden in because of his age. Well, because he couldn't. I don't care how old he is. He just couldn't speak. Okay, he couldn't communicate clearly. Yeah. Whether that was because he was old or because he couldn't communicate clearly, it had the same effect. And then the second big issue is income inequality. It is absolutely true that whoever has been governing for the last 20 or 30 years hasn't done enough to create opportunities for enough people. Yeah. Those two issues, I think, really drove the feeling of let's try something different. Now, the question is whether or not the DSA agenda is actually going to achieve either of those objectives. Is that what's going to help us defeat Trump and MAGA? Is that what is going to build a more broad-based economic thing? But this is where I am very sympathetic with the DSA. I'm an economic populist. All right, I think we should rewrite the tax code to actually tax rich people. I've been working with a woman, Ray Madoff. She's a professor up at Boston College.
If I just increase the size a tiny bit, it seems like it might help. Well, my size is max though. Yeah, at this point I need to increase length again. All right. How am I doing for time?
It's just a rehashing
Let's go a little further.
Exact same unprincipled, dogmatic approach, which is we didn't pivot to the center hard enough, and that's why we lost the Trump. That's it. He's just slapping the DSA sticker onto it because he just learned about it recently. Biden was DSA cadre. Yeah, Biden. That's right, Jack. I love Eugene Debs. Met him a long time ago. Good guy he was. He told me Biden.
Well, beloved Dub.
Okay, I'm very pro-union. Stock buybacks. Why do we have stock buybacks? They didn't exist prior to 1982. Yeah. So obviously corporations can exist without them. On that agenda, I'm there. Part of the problem I have with the broader agenda.
I need more fuel, don't I?
You can't have free stuff for everybody all the time. And another message that the left gave us in the last 10 years was that deficits and debts don't matter. Are you familiar with modern monetary theory? Of course. Yeah. It's absurd. The idea that we just spend as much money as possible is not a problem. Now, I want to tax people. I want a better social welfare
Yeah.
state, but to argue that we can have a better social welfare state because the debt doesn't matter
I think with the
undermines the
I
credibility
think
of
with
that
the
argument.
decline of the US dollar and potential risking of the US dollar as a reserve currency, it's something we have to think more about now. But here's, so let me
That's the
drill,
understatement
let
of
me
the
drill-
morning, by the way, but
let me
yes.
drill down
Go
a
ahead.
little bit on a few things
Sure.
you've said. So you've argued both from a, most
All right, I need
argument
more
against the
fuel.
DSA thus far, I think you could characterize as an electability argument. You think
No, no,
that,
no, 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 no. It's bad policy.
okay, so let's,
I don't think having unlimited immigration is sustainable. I don't think
so my question.
getting rid of the criminal justice system is a smart way to govern. It's not just the
He's just repeating. What is this? The establishment when Republicans win. The establishment when the left wins. Yeah, it's time for a daring maneuver, Democrats. Carville declares he can't be in the same party as Mamdani-backed candidates, calls for formal schism. Yeah, James Carville, when the Republicans won, turned around and wrote this article in February 25th, 2025, where he said, "Show your belly." Famously, this was his show your belly. Punish the population, punish the voters, make them remember why they vote for you. That's what his argument was, which was a disastrous policy, but one that we took advantage of. Let's be real. Once that show your belly mentality caused so much frustration amongst the base that they started voting for real fighters, which happen to be Democratic Socialists, he's now turning around and saying, we got to do something about it. We got to destroy the Democrats. To our left, we got to destroy them. Well, to that I say thank you. Thank you, James Carville. Yeah, the daring maneuver.
You made all
was
this
the play dead
possible.
surrender to Trump. I know. Carville's play dead, New York Times column did some harm to his anti-left faction. Hurt so many
Yeah,
voters,
I bet.
cited as the party establishment saying Dems should play dead instead of fighting. This isn't a crazy interpretation of the column. Carville's advice for the Dems was to retreat and to not respond to every Trump attack. For a while, as his popularity fell, the left did respond. The left didn't respond to every attack. There was no Save DEI rally, but it was out there doing stuff. Yeah,
All
he's
right,
never using do nothing Democrats, and he told them to. Priceless. Yeah, it's awesome. James Carville gave us a gift. He told the Democrats to not do anything. Now, probably Democrats weren't going to do anything anyway, but
Yeah.
let's give that credit to James Carville.
likability.
So here's the question I have for you. So back in 2018, you worked together with Pramila Jayapal on a bill to abolish ICE, which is a key demand.
Yes, yeah. I worked with her on it. Here's what the bill did, okay?
Well,
It's a
here's,
slogan.
we have an article here from the Seattle Times, your local paper. U.S. Reps Pramila Jayapal and Adam Smith aim to abolish ICE, restructure immigration enforcement.
Exactly.
You were one of the Democrats actually who was in office when you voted for
Can I tell you what this actually does?
creation of
So we
ICE.
can have an answer.
Sure, of course. Yeah. Well, number one,
Okay,
do you still support this?
Let me tell you what it does.
Okay, but
Because
do you still support
that doesn't help anything. Because what is it? Can I?
Yeah, of course. But first, do you?
Yeah, here's the thing about the two-party system. A strategist on the Republican side that was so bad they wouldn't be fired. In the Democratic Party, they get promoted. Failures rewarded. Democrats always reward failures because
Well, I guess we should keep going.
just lose gracefully and collect checks. Republicans actually
I should
have
just hit a triangle.
horrifying, unbelievably toxic agenda, but they fight like hell to implement it.
In detail, what
I'm
is it?
exhausted. I can hardly believe it when I still have been playing this game for over an hour.
Sure, Wealth of Nations is a good book, but
Now I gotta stop. I'm so tired.
Oh, look at
I'm
me.
video gamed out.
Invisible hand, like
I just decided to play a little bit of this, and then the next thing I knew, I've been playing it for just like a whole hour.
We get it.
It was fun at first. I just need a break, you know. I need to play this a little bit less often.
Calm down.
Tell me which candidates, specifically, not a policy paper that they're theoretically says, which candidates have said we should get rid of all immigration.
I forget the name, the woman who beat Andrew Espelon, absolutely.
Daria Lisa Chevalier.
Yeah.
So you have one candidate
Right.
who said that. Do you think that
I also
do you think that her views should be associated with everyone under the DSA label, or do you think that each
I
person
have
should be
had
evaluated individually?
many conversations with many immigration advocates.
He said Espaillat. He doesn't even know how to pronounce his name. It's Espaillat.
immigration enforcement is doing right now is an absolute crime. Okay, and it should be.
That's by a lot.
Back to the Justice Department. That's what I said.
And
But-
you still support the bill?
Oh, absolutely,
Move forward.
absolutely,
So you
yeah.
support abolishing ICE?
But abolishing ICE is just a
It's,
rhetorical.
yes, it's a, you
But
don't
it
like the
means-
label, but
no,
you
no, no,
support
no,
it, right?
But the problem is it means different things to different people. Okay, if you're talking about no, let's go back to
Okay.
the Justice Department enforcement mechanism, that's fine. But there are a lot more people who support eliminating enforcement. And let me tell you the question let me tell
You
you
could have me one.
let me tell you the question I always ask and the answer I always get
Yeah.
from dozens of different immigration advocacy groups. I said, look, in order for this to work, you have
I'm sorry, if you're a Democrat, if you have the D next to your name and you're repeating Fox News talking points, you're not a Democrat. You're not a part of the opposition. You're a part of the fascist party. I'm sorry. It don't matter that you got a D next to your
It's
name.
fair.
This is unbelievably self-defeating. When we
Okay,
moderates, we criticize
we are-
closeness.
I can't afford power.
Because we want the
Wait,
moderates to no longer be
20,000?
close to the Republicans
So I
in
can
their
afford
ideology,
2073.
in their legislative agenda.
Yeah, let's get a power upgrade. Why not?
Moderates do this to their left flank.
Let's play it.
They are repeating how close they are to the right wingers. He's not even a Pino. He's not. He's not even a progressive. He's a Pino. Democrat in name only. This is what I mean when I say no more to the fascist collaborators. That's it.
He's not a Pino, he's a Dino.
Yeah, his district is D
He's a
plus
dino.
22. We have to have someone in our audience that can primary this guy for the love of God. DSA will raise you $100,000 if you primary this loser. Oh, don't get me started. Now you're going to get all the Sawant fans in the chat
tell me,
and say there is someone primarying him.
and who wouldn't you let in?
There you go.
And they literally never answered that.
Okay, are they in Congress?
They
I mean,
are
that's-
advocacy
And
groups.
here's my other question for you is, you know,
Do you
you
think-
want to take the most extreme positions that you can find in the DSA platform, or that
Let me
one
ask you
can-
this.
Let me finish my question,
Sure.
please. That one candidate, Daria Lisa Chevalier, who I agree has positions that I think are
Did
legitimately as
Um,
radical, right? You want to take those positions
I
and you
love
want
it.
to tower in
I love it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to have some radical positions.
an entire group of candidates with them.
Well, let me ask you
So
this.
aren't you, hold on, aren't you effectively doing the work of the Republicans? there?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you, Crystal.
yeah.
My crystal ball knower.
They're all these people, they're all so crazy. They
All
don't
right.
want any-
I'm not saying
They
they're
don't
all
want
so
any police,
crazy.
they don't want any borders.
Let me
Let's do this.
ask you
Okay, let's get our power up a little higher
She's not
and
against
go.
immigration enforcement. She's against using deportation instead of criminal justice. Yes.
They
All right,
characterize,
you've done your-
I'm ready to stop.
they could easily characterize your
How am I doing for
qualifying
time?
position as
Uh,
just as
all right,
crazy
this is the last
radical
one.
as
But it might, but
Yes. Oh my God.
Although I might like to go into the
Oh
next
my
level a
God.
little bit.
True.
my about it.
Just I'm almost done.
Is it the Justice Department's going to enforce? Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Joe Biden, his policy. Okay, so not just one person. Do you think?
Yeah, I wanna go to level
his
6, and then level 6 I'll stop.
Security.
I don't.
That's the problem with
I
this game is that it's hard to
acknowledge
stop. You're like, oh wait, just a little further, just a little
that
further.
helped fuel the rise of the return of Donald Trump. So let me
Now,
say
that
to you
is
though,
something
but
that's
hold on a
widely
second, but hold on a second. Which wing of the Democratic Party does Joe Biden come from? He doesn't come from the DSA left, does he? He comes from the establishment. And so to go
But
back
how
to,
did
Oh.
go back to one of the
wherever he
original,
comes from, how did he go?
well, he funded the
Wait, did he
genocide.
govern as a woke? Is that the argument?
That's
Sincerely
ridiculous.
saying Joe Biden governed as a woke?
This guy's
Joe
ridiculous.
Biden won as a woke. He won as a woke. He had a 100-day amnesty plan. And then he threw it away. And then he thought, let's not fix any of these problems at the border. Let's not speed up the
We
process.
did it. We got the link. Let's go.
Let's not
All right.
speed up the process
It's over.
of getting these
We
people
did it.
the proper paperwork.
It's over.
To be able to work on U.S. soil. Hopefully, it'll just go away. People will just forget about it. He was paralyzed because he was terrified of the reactionary forces that were saying, oh, he's just opened up the floodgates of migration. And he was also terrified of his left flank as well because he had promised that he was going to govern like a woke. And he didn't do anything. He chose the worst of both worlds.
So he's covered in a lot of
I
right wing
wouldn't say he
ways,
did
but
nothing.
to
I
go
thought it
back
was
to your original
okay.
point about electability, I think it's very hard.
I never made a point about
You did. You said that you thought that these positions, if you listen to your original answer, you said you thought these positions, the DSA were part of what brought
Oh,
back
yeah,
Donald
fair
Trump.
enough, fair enough,
Okay.
fair enough. Yes, but
So-
there's also policy concerns. But
Okay,
yes.
but on the electability point, how can you argue that your camp within the Democratic Party has a lot of credence when it comes to electability when
I argued the
Hillary
exact
Clinton-
opposite. I argued the exact opposite. I'm with you.
when
100%.
Hillary Clinton
With you.
loses to Trump, Biden wins by adopting some left-wing views, then loses to Trump. It was the establishment that propped him up, that forced war
Let me
and
close with
sort of a
this.
primary. So how could it be the fault of the left
It's not the
that we're
fault.
losing?
There's three things.
Okay, we're
I would
gonna
say
check out a little bit of level
Democratic
6, and I'm gonna
Party is
quit
a
because
tragedy in three acts.
I've been at this too long. I'm
We
exhausted.
didn't do enough on
I need a
the
break.
economic issues. And I think that Obama get way too much of the blame for that. I think they really tried to get after broader economic issues, certainly the Affordable
We
Care
did
Act,
it.
a whole lot of other provisions that
Hooray.
were put in there. But we didn't do enough on economic inequality. Number two, the left came along and took some positions that we could
Okay. Continue.
Everyone's like, well, you're blaming us. What about them? It's like there can be
All right.
collective responsibility.
We did it.
It's not
Pressure
a
guru.
choice.
All right,
Yes, we didn't do enough in economics. And then some of the positions of the left.
Wow, that's a big chocolate bar.
Running around. When people say
Let's
apologize, do they
pump
mean
the length
abolish
up.
enforcement or do they mean change enforcement? Okay, and that's where you get into that difficult
Fuel.
issue. We've had criminal justice problems. The defund the police movement did not help us in any way.
Power,
And it was a failure.
size.
And everyone's, oh no, we
Length
did
is sort of
that.
the most
Okay.
important
And
thing.
then three,
But this-
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Those three things are what led to us. And every time, and I want to bring them all in, but people say,
All right.
you blame the left. You're just being a Republican. No.
Did the left have power in this country? No. It never had. Last time the left had power in this country, they forced the most historically popular Democrat to do the most historically popular piece of legislation, the New Deal. And ever since then, it's been over. It's been downhill from that point onward. His name was FDR.
Can't we learn as we go?
Well, my
About Jimmy
problem is
Carter.
not with your
It happened because he didn't do immigration reform, but also it was dysfunctionally caused the refugee wave by sanctioning Cuba and Venezuela to hell. There was also a massive wave that was held back by the COVID shutdown. He's just a dopey idiot. What people object to is disorder and overwhelming.
All right, and we're stopping after this,
He
but
also
I'm enjoying
stood up,
this.
and I stand by this.
Ah.
He should have prosecuted Greg Abbott and
Maybe I should let's just hit the wall and then stop there.
Which he has
It's like I'm about to have big growth here, and I want
because
to enjoy
Ron
some of that
DeSantis
growth.
And Governor Greg Abbott,
Then once I hit the wall, I'll stop.
Greg Abbott, Governor
We'll hit the wall
of Florida,
shortly.
Ron DeSantis specifically started drop shipping refugees into northern states to gum up the works when they already had their court cases in Texas. Joe Biden should have won.
Okay, let's go. I can't increase the length, but we need power and size upgrades anyway. Power, size, fuel, power. Okay, fuel. Okay, there we
That's
go.
precisely what they did.
Let's see how it goes.
I have my own critiques of the left, right? I think that I actually think the identity politics thing came out of the Hillary Clinton campaign and was a way for the establishment to beat back the rise of the Bernie Sanders left. No doubt the left embraced it. I have been a critic of quote unquote woke, although I hate the word at this point in identity politics. That's my position. I'm a class first leftist. So I have my own critiques here. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying when you caricature an entire wing of the party at this point.
Aren't you caricaturing the entire wing of the centrists and saying that we're all like,
no, because
I'm not caricaturing.
I'm not trying to say you have the same views as John Fetterman. I don't think that you do, or Josh Gottheimer for that matter.
And I'm not saying that all.
You are trying to take the views of, let's say, Darius Visa and the DSA platform and saying this is what the entire
I'm not. I'm just saying it's an issue and it's a challenge.
Let me get you to. So I think the most prominent example of socialist governance in the U.S. right now is Zoran Mamdani in New York City. He got asked a question that's very relevant to this conversation about, what about people who are concerned about socialism or concerned about democratic socialism? Let me get you to respond to what he had to say. This is E2.
For all of the fear mongering around democratic socialism, the best response is to show what it actually means. And what we've shown over the last 6 months is exactly that. We've shown that a city with a democratic socialist vision is one that paves more than 170,000 potholes, 50,000 more than
Okay, I guess I should stop. We're at a wall now.
Has delivered the lowest recorded number of
start menu.
shooting victims and murders.
All right, this has been Bucket Crusher.
It is a city that is on a pathway to
I want to put the sound back on. That's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Good old Bucket Crusher. Love this game. Save recent gameplay or video.